the Northwest Weather Podcast from Fox 13 Seattle.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Northwest Weather Podcast. I'm Chief Meteorologist Brian McMillan here at Fox 13. This is traffic guru Adam Gerke. Thanks for joining again, Adam.
Yes.
Abby is returning from her long vacation tomorrow, so next week you'll get her on the podcast as well.
Okay.
She went to France, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll ask her all the important questions.
I know.
Where did the best croissant come from?
That's right. Yeah, and we want to know. Well, I only want to know about the food because whenever somebody travels, that's like the main attraction, right?
You can tell me about all the churches and things you saw, but
exactly
food.
I want to hear
agree.
about the museums, okay, but the food, yes. All right, let's get to our weather headlines and let's talk a little bit about how we've done here. We are now into what we call meteorological fall. Adam, meteorological fall starts on September 1st. Okay, so let's see how we've done here for the month of September so far. And right now we're looking at a little handful of warm days, handful of cool days. Yesterday, we're recording this on the 11th, Thursday the 11th.
Yep.
Yesterday we had 75 degrees. We've been basically bouncing around the 70s since the 4th of the month. Okay, it's been very pleasant.
Meanwhile, the Bear Gulch fire has continued to burn on the peninsula.
Yes.
And we've seen some other wildfires here in the area. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, yes.
Are we looking at any rain in the nearish future?
I'm so glad you asked. Okay, our rainfall totals for the month are pretty pathetic. We've only had 507 inch.
Yeah.
Last big soaking rain we had was, you remember in mid-August where we had that
There was a giant downpour.
Exactly.
On one day.
One day we got about 3/4 of an inch. That was on August 15th. Okay, that was the last time we saw any significant rainfall. Haven't seen any since. So I wanted to look ahead here at when we average our first Seattle soaker. So that's more than a half inch of rain in one day. And some years we have to wait all the way to the end of October. And these soakers, when we're talking a half inch or more of rain, usually get, if we're getting that in Seattle, we get a lot more than that up in the mountains, right? So this can essentially, if we get a few of these, end our fire season. So we look forward to 3 soakers, and then you could say, okay, that should help those wildfires and the firefighters to get a good handle on things. That Bear Gulch wildfire that you're talking about out in Mason County, that's been a tough one.
It's been roaring.
And because they've only had really 1 day's worth of rain out there, and that actually hurt their progress a little bit because it caused some mudslides and access was really difficult for that. So we average September 20th for our first soaker, but I was looking ahead and I don't see any significant rainfall for the next 7 to 14 days. So that would take us almost to the end of September. So we may have to wait till October for our first significant rainfall.
So does that mean we get an extended smoke season in the meantime?
Potentially, it could. I mean, it very well could. So the Bear Gulch fire hasn't impacted us in a big way for most of the I-5 corridor for a few weeks now at this point. But I mean, we got a lot of fires burning on the east side of the case.
Eastern Washington does.
Exactly. And because of that, and we could take a look at this if you're watching this, but a lot of smoke swirling around still on the east side of the Cascades over the next 48 hours. So if you're watching this, a lot of the red area there is going to be that smoke. So Stevens County, Ferry County, Pend Oreille County up in the northeast corner of the state, north of Spokane, and then Chelan County. That's where most of the action is. That's where most of that surface level air quality impacting smoke is going to be. So there you go.
All right.
That's what we're dealing with. And not fun. We want smoke season to end. We want fire season to end. And you know what? This time of year, we need the rain. We need that to kind of kickstart. So cross your fingers, do your little rain dance. How are things looking on the roads, Adam?
Roads are in kind of an interesting state of affair at this point, where a lot of the larger construction projects are kind of coming into the barn and they're closing them down. Not completely yet. There are still going to be some significant closures in through Fife along I-5 on some overnights coming up in the next few days and weeks. We'll see a lot of that action still happening. Gig Harbor is doing a lot of overnight paving right now, and that is making for some miserable drives as of late. This last week we've seen a number of days where they've continued the actual lane closures well into the morning, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning before they pull the cones and barrels, and that's just absolutely been really giving us kind of a rockin' hard start.
It's too late.
Yeah, it's late. You should be done by 5.
Yes.
Or done by 6. Not so much. So we've seen that happen. Also 18, expecting to find some more excitement still out on 18, closer in towards I-90 with the Diverging Diamond and a few other projects that are still kind of percolating around. So we've got a lot still in the hopper yet. They're going to try and take advantage of this dry weather as long as they can, because if they can pave and they can paint, They will.
I guess that's the one good thing about having maybe an extended summer or extended dry weather is getting those projects done so we don't have to wait until next year, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. And as far as paving goes, I've always been curious about this because I know there's concrete, there's asphalt. Can you do that in rain at all, or you just have to?
You can do some of the asphalt, but you really can't do the concrete, and it depends on the type of fix that they're doing, if they're doing a fix. And there could be light rain with some of the asphalt because that actually is just kind of it's an amalgamation. It's tar and rock and everything that's in there. And so that sometimes they even kind of spray it down just a little bit before they lay it down.
Oh.
So that's not uncommon. Concrete, on the other hand, no, not the same. They really need the optimal situation or optimal conditions for that to be able to lay that down, and that's usually much sturdier roadway.
Okay.
Like say the I-5 Ship Canal Bridge, that's all concrete. There's no paved portion in there, so they want stuff so big trucks can roll over it and not chew up the roadway.
Okay, interesting stuff. All right. So yes, we have really nice weather ahead for the next week. Some rain showers expected on let's see here, Sunday and into Monday. Here is a look at that 7-day forecast right behind me. Sunday and Monday, best chance for showers. Then we're drying out again in the middle of next week, so it's actually looking really, really nice. Enjoy this nice weather, because once that switch flips and we're deep into fall, it is sweater weather, and then you're going to be looking at cold, wet, muddy kids when they get home from the soccer and all that stuff. So enjoy the nice weather while we still have it. Yeah. All right, Adam, you have selected our city of the week.
Our city of the week.
Okay, and this is how we play. If you haven't listened before, Adam has selected a city in Western Washington. He's going to give us clues.
Yes.
And you, the viewer, will try to guess it before me.
Play along if you can.
Yes.
See if you can beat Brian McMillan.
All right.
Okay, so this city, originally, because of its proximity to rivers, creeks, streams, and lakes, was originally they were going to call it Salmonburg.
Oh.
Salmonburg.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They wisened up and decided, no, we won't do that. We'll do something else. But I can't tell you what that name is because then that would be giving away. I mean,
of course, yes.
One and done on this whole. This city was actually home to Native Americans as late as 10,000 years ago.
Okay.
So they've been finding artifacts in areas kind of central to this region and some of the surrounding areas that date back, carbon dating 10,000 years. So this has been inhabited for quite some time. It is in the foothills of the Cascades. It's known for its mild climate, 4 seasons. Snow is uncommon but not rare. If that doesn't make things more mysterious.
Okay.
The central portion of this town happens to have a park that was once known as Willamore Farms.
Willamore Farms. Oh, no. Okay.
Willamore Farms became something else, and now it's known as something else to the citizens in the area.
Okay.
And individuals.
Can I ask you a question? Is this in Snohomish County? No, it is not.
No.
Okay. Is it in King County?
It is. They happen to have their own concert series at the location that was once known as Willamore Farms.
Okay. Okay. All right. How about Carnation? No, that's Snohomish County, isn't it?
No, Carnation.
No.
Actually
Carnation. How about Carnation?
That's King County.
No, not Carnation.
Yeah. No.
Okay. And it's not Auburn where they have the where they have the White River Amphitheater. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
This was once known as still known as the bicycle capital of the Northwest. It used to say just the bicycle capital, and I think they rebranded it to be bicycle capital of the Northwest because there's a lot of bicycle capitals out there.
No. Yeah, because I know Redmond considers themselves the bicycle capital.
So is that your final answer?
I'll go with the Redmond.
Redmond it is!
Yes, all
right.
All right. Okay, good.
And Willamore Farms would eventually become Marymore Farm, or Marymore Park. So
and Salmonburg. Redmond could have been Salmonburg.
Could have been.
How about that?
So
okay.
I didn't want to say home to Microsoft or home to Nintendo.
Well, then if I didn't get it, then you could have done that for me.
Gonk. Yeah.
That was a good one. That was really good. Yeah. Love Redmond, by the way. Yeah. A lot of good stuff out there. Good food and all that good stuff. Good parks. There's great.
That's where my dentist is.
That's right. Well, good.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on the Northwest Weather Podcast. Next week, Abby's going to be back. We're going to get Alona involved and Claire involved here coming up soon as well. So you'll have that to look forward to. Thanks so much for joining us this week. We will see you next week.
Northwest Weather is available wherever you get your podcast.